welcome to today's video. And in today's video, I'll be doing a 2024 election prediction between Stacey Abrams and Mitt Romney. I'm gonna get started by labeling all of Abrams' safe states. Today was my last day of school, so now I am on summer break until like September. So that is nice. So there's a good chance I'll be uploading earlier now, since now I'm not gonna be in school every day. I can upload at like 10 in the morning, which is nice. I may end up uploading significantly later since it's summer and I can stay up later, whereas I wouldn't have, especially since my school starts kind of early. Whereas I wouldn't have gone to bed at 1:30 a.m. I probably still won't. I'm not gonna that. It feels kind of pointless, but I might do that, and the videos might come out at 1:15. You may see another video come out at 3 in the afternoon that day. So it may be a bit of a weird uploading schedule. But I will generally try to get a video a day. Once again, if it's I might upload a video but it come out at 12:30 the next day. Today, for example, right now it's 11:09, but if I were to be recording this in an hour's time, it would be today's video will be coming out at later. Oh, no, it's actually 11:10. But it would be at a later time, so I'm not certain, but there's a decent chance my videos will be coming out earlier. For Abrams' likely states, she'll be getting New Mexico, Minnesota, Maine at large, New Hampshire, and Virginia. New Mexico, I don't see Romney doing well enough, or as well with oil workers as Trump. And I see Abrams doing well enough for the Hispanic and Latino vote. In Minnesota, Romney's not going to be able to get the rural turnout needed or do well enough with the working class. In Maine at large, it's fairly inelastic. I could see Romney doing better because I could see him doing better with white rural college-educated voters. But I could also see him doing worse because I could see him doing worse in the 2nd district. But regardless, it probably won't shift much. It's a fairly, in New Hampshire, it'll probably shift to Romney. Just because he's doing better with white rural college-educated voters, but it'll still probably be a likely state for Stacey Abrams. In Virginia, Romney won't be able to get the same rural turnout that Trump did, and might do pretty well in the suburbs, but Abrams will probably still do well enough in the suburbs, and Abrams is going to do well enough with the black vote. I believe that is it. For Romney's likely states, he gets Kansas, Missouri, Indiana, Mississippi, South Carolina, and Alaska. In Kansas, he's going to get less rural turnout, and even though he's going to be better in the suburbs, we're probably still going to shift to the left. Missouri, he's going to get less rural turnout, whereas Abrams will retain enough turnout in St. Louis and Kansas City. In Indiana, Romney is not going to be able to turn out as many rural voters, so the worst of the working class, whereas Abrams will be able to retain enough turnout from Indianapolis. Mississippi, Abrams is going to do well enough with the black vote, whereas Romney won't turn out as many rural voters, or won't turn out as many white rural voters. It's a very similar thing in South Carolina, except for South Carolina is 6% farther to the left of Mississippi. By the way, Louisiana could be likely to probably be on the line between being lean and likely. In Alaska, Romney won't be able to get, Romney won't do as well with oil workers, whereas we're going to see more and more Native American voters turning out, which will shift the state to the left. For Abrams' lean state, she gets Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Nebraska 2nd, and Georgia. Whereas Romney gets Arizona, Texas, Iowa, Ohio, and Maine 2nd, and Florida. Oh, by the way, I am doing this thing on the donut on the side. Right now, this is my 2nd recording of this. I had the horizontal battle, but for whatever reason it was doing something weird with those remaining 16 votes. I can keep it like this and see if it doesn't do anything weird. Let me know if you guys would rather me do the donut or what you guys want me to do. And speaking of which, you can come experiment and see which one you like better on yapms.com. But for Abrams' lean states in Nevada, Romney won't be able to get as much rural turnout. She'll do well enough with the Hispanic Latino vote. Across the entire Rust Belt, or Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, it feels like on a lot of my recent videos they've been lean. Wisconsin being the most conservative, Pennsylvania being in the middle, and Michigan being the most liberal. Romney's not going to turn out enough rural voters. He won't do well enough with the working class. The suburbs will probably shift to the left, though they'll shift less. than we would expect if it was Abrams versus Trump or something like that. But Abrams is too strong with the black vote as well. Michigan and potentially Pennsylvania could be likely. Um, I could see a scenario in which Wisconsin's D+4, Michigan's like D+7, and Pennsylvania's like D+5 or D+6. I'm gonna give them both the Abrams lean though. And in Georgia, Romney won't be able to turn out as many rural voters, or he's not gonna. Whereas Abrams is gonna do well enough in Atlanta, do well in the suburbs, and she's gonna do well enough with the black vote. To the point where she's probably gonna carry it by 3 or 4%. Arizona, Romney's too strong in the traditionally conservative suburbs. Probably carry it like 4%, even if Abrams does well, better with the Hispanic Latino vote. In Texas, which she probably will. Texas, once again, she's also going to do better with the Hispanic Latino vote. Romney won't turn out as many white rural voters. Romney's too strong in the suburbs to the point where they're not going to shift as much to the left. But it'll probably be more narrow, probably like 2-3% margin in victory. In Florida, Romney's going to do well enough in the suburbs and do well enough with older white voters that despite gains with Hispanic and Latino voters, Abrams will still probably lose it by a lean margin. Oh, by the way, Nebraska's second. Romney's just going to do better in the suburb. I just hit my mic against, or I just hit my face against my mic. In Nebraska second, Romney's going to do better in the suburbs. Probably to shift it enough to the right. In Iowa, Romney's going to retain enough rural turnout. He's going to get less, yes, he's going to retain enough. Ohio, very similar thing. It's probably going to vote to the left of Iowa, though, because Abrams is going to do better with the black vote in a lot of these bigger cities. Maine second, fairly similar thing. Romney's going to do well enough with the rural vote, have enough populist appeal to the point where he carries it by probably 2-3%. And for the final state, it is an Abrams tilt state in North Carolina. So in North Carolina, Romney's not going to be able to do enough with the working class. He's going to do worse with the rural vote. Whereas Abrams did pretty well with the black vote and pretty well in the suburbs. Honestly, this should probably be lean. Probably go to Abrams at like 2%-ish, 1-2%. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like below. Please comment your suggestions down below. There aren't a whole lot of ideas that I have. I have a few. I can do a lot of in terms of candidates. I can do a lot of Kristi Noem elections against the likes of Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, Sherrod Brown, AOC. And I can do a lot of Tim Scott predictions. Involving him, I can do some with Doug Ducey, I guess. Maybe some with Gretchen Whitmer. But please comment your suggestions down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Or what will basically be tomorrow's video. Bye.